Yeah, today podcast we are going to talk about can you be blessed and at the same time struggle? It's like you are blessed, at the same time you are cursed. And a lot of people ask me this question, say, okay, if they are blessed, why are they seeing curse? And what is the difference? And it's kind of dicey question, but we are trying to break it down so that you understand because when you are blessed and you don't know how you activate or dig in for the blessing, it's hard. And sometimes we get confused. Why we blessed and we are going through that? And as a Christian, these are things that sometimes you wonder. I have asked that question before. But it seems like the more even I got a good dream, the more prophecy come to me that God have blessed you. Sometimes the more you go through hardship, difficulties, struggle, or we will say curse life or something. Like for instance, Joseph had a dream that he was blessed, but the dream and the prophecy that was upon him and the life that he was going through contradicts. A lot of people they believe they are blessed, but they are going through life that looks like they are already or they are cursed. So how can that two be together? If we got to take a case study, I would talk about, let's say, Joseph. He had a dream that he is going to be head in his family. But let's look at the situations that he went through, the conditions. Under normal circumstances, if we put ourselves in his shoes, it's going to be that what he was going through was rather cursed instead of blessings. Huh. Okay, now, when mango is blessed, mango, regular mango, any fruit is blessed in terms of its ripe, the attacks and the enemies that it attracts. If the mango doesn't know, he might think it's rather cursed. Because when the mango is ripe, when a student is passing by, you pick a stone, want to stone it and bring it down to eat. When somebody is walking by, you want to block it out and eat. So at that particular time, mango might think, if I'm ripe, if I'm blessed, why am I going through all this hell? You understand? So sometimes our blessings, the things that it let us go through, if we are not careful, we might think we are rather cursed. Like that is saying, sometimes it's like it's better you are cursed than blessed. Because when you are blessed, the things that you go through, the kind of opposition you go through, the kind of hate you go through, the kind of attack you go through. But you have to understand, blessing will not just come on the silver platter. It must go through his process. And the process looks like you are cursed. So it's the process that we don't know. That's why we think that sometimes blessings and the curse are in the same line, but it's not so. But the process to get to the blessing is hardship. It looks like curse. Because, okay, for instance, two mangoes are there, the ripe one and the unripe one. Which one attracts more attacks or more stones? If you have two oranges, one is ripe, one is not ripe. Which one attracts more attacks? Which one somebody want to eat? Is it the unripe one or the ripe one? Case closed. So the rate that you are ripe will determine the kind of forces that will come after you. Are you getting that? So when you are blessed, the things that will come after you, the things that will come against you, the things that will come for you, if we're not strong-minded, if we're not strong spiritually, it might be you are rather cursed because you're going to go through a situation that's if I'm blessed, why all this hell? Why all these attacks? Why all these enemies? Why everything is falling apart? You got to understand when you are blessed, you go through situation. It's a process. You understand? For instance, Joseph When he got a dream that he's blessed, he didn't got it on the street. He got to go through what? Number one, he got to go through situation. His own siblings sold him out. He have to be in jail. He have to be in somebody's country. So it is the blessings that was leading through all this process. But at the point of that process, it looks like chaos. So don't let the situation that looks like chaos determine that you are chaos. But it's a process rather. So stay focused. Whatever you are doing, sometimes you go through that. Okay, for instance, Joseph dreamed that he got a coat of different colors. Yes, of course. He even dreamed that the father would submit to him, the mother, the siblings. But on the day, the coat or whatever that is that symbolized the blessing, that was not what he was going through. But rather, he was going through trials. He was going through situations that was contradicting the prophecy he got. So sometimes when we are blessed, the process that we go through, it makes it more difficult for us to believe that we are blessed. Because if we are blessed, why everything is going against you? If we are blessed, why you don't get a job? If we are blessed, why don't you get a husband? If we are blessed, why don't you get a wife? Why the dream doesn't come true? The process look like our cares. But blessings will come to pass. So when you are going through that process, if you are not careful, you might think you are cursed. So the thing that Joseph went through, somebody who's supposed to be prime minister, but he was in jail, accused by the president's wife. Come on, you have to understand that. Now it means that the blessings look far, but rather the curse was what he was experiencing. Uh, the siblings was able to even prove to the father that he was dead. They showed the cloth soaked with blood. So everything indicate that he was rather cursed. But trust me, blessing process look like curse. So don't let what you are going through now turn your focus off from the dream that you have got from God, from the vision you have got from God for your purpose. Oh, if I'm blessed, why am I going through that? Okay, we all know that Jacob, father, blesses him. But let's look at what Jacob went through. Let's look at what Jacob went through. To a point that even his hips was dislocated. He was sleeping. But at the end of the day, it was a process. To extend that at a point, Jacob was sleeping on a stone as a pillow. Can you imagine? Somebody that the hand of God through the Father have laid upon his head, that you are blessed, that you'll be great, you'll be whatever. But guess what? The pillow he was sleeping on was a stone. So the blessing process look like this. You go through that, and at the end of the day, you got to be strong and also whatever I'm in, though it looks like curse, but I know it's a process. You understand? For instance, gold. Gold, the process for gold to come. When you get the gold, gold is blessed. But before you get the gold, gold is under the earth. The sun is on it. It look dirty. It look cursed. And the process, you got to dig it up, wash it down, and it got to go to fire, to the highest temperature. But understand, the process of gold coming out to be gold, it looks like curse. So if you are watching me, my word for you today that, yeah, you can be blessed, but you go through curse situation. But the situation is not the destination. It will metaphors, it will change, but it's the process. So every blessing process looks like curse. Are you hearing me now? Even Christ himself, the Bible says that cursed be a man who be hung on the cross. But Christ was hung on the cross, which is indicates that he was cursed before he was blessed. According to the laws of the Jews, Bible says that whoever be hung on the cross is a cursed person. Christ was hung on the cross, but he was cursed before he became blessed. So the process for Christ now sitting at the right hand of the Father, he got to go through the process of the curse. So sometimes when somebody is going through a process and you are short-minded or short-eyed, you don't have eye to see the future. You might think the blessing is curse, but the process of blessing looks like curse. So don't give up. It's a process. So just Joseph went through the same process. Jacob went through the same process. Jesus went through the same process. Understand? Guess what? If Peter, who knew Jesus, that he was blessed with all the glory, and he saw him naked, saw him stripped, saw him beaten up, how can even how can even reflect or apprehend that this is the blessed one I was working? The process to the cross, the process for our salvation, looked like curse, but it turned to the end. So the process of blessing looked like curse. Oh, the 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 the, the the line between the blessing and the curse is very tiny, microscopic, very small. You can't even see it well. But guess what? Keep fighting, keep fighting, keep believing, keep working hard, because it's not going to be that to the end. It will change. So I want you to understand that sometimes the way it comes look like it. You understand? Okay, mango must ripe at at a point of a time or a season. But before the due season, if you try to eat it, it's sour, it's cursed. It can even give you, it can even make you sick. Does it mean the mango is cursed? No. But it's processed. It's sour. Before it becomes ripe, it's sour. But if you wait and work on and wait until the mango gets its fulfilled ripening stage, then it becomes sweet, it becomes palatable, it becomes eatable. So that's the way life is. So for us who are going through situation or the process to the blessing, it might look curse. People will accuse you like you're cursed. You yourself can accuse yourself before. I've been there before. You might think that, oh, if we are blessed, why this process? If we are blessed, why going through all these situations? But it's a process. So you can be blessed and at the same time struggle, like Joseph, like Jesus, like Jacob, even guess what? Even Abraham, that the father of our faith, that all the prophecy came unto him, that Abraham, you are blessed. I'll make you great. I'll make you father of all nations. But let's look at what he went through. He went through to a point, at the point he had to lie that the wife is a sister. He came to a place and a point that there was no food. But guess what? It was a process. It was a matter of time. So at the time that Abraham was going through all these situations, guess what? If somebody standing by, he would say, this guy, what is going on? Abraham, as being human, you might think, oh my God, if I'm blessed, why am I going through this care situation? It's part of the game. So the process to blessing is scarce. It looks scarce, but you got to stay on your feet. You got to come on and believe God and say, what is the time? Maybe my time, what is the time? Maybe my time is not on. Maybe my time is not on. Maybe my time is not ready, but I'm still believing God. So don't give up. I know it's not easy to go through process. Process. Trust me. It's like you put your clothes in a laundry machine. You got to put soap on it. It might go through some some circles, some noise, but at the end of the day, it's getting better. But you don't see it. You understand? So the process to blessing, it looks curse. So you can be blessed and sometimes go get struggles, because it's the struggles that will bring the blessings. It's the struggles that will yield to the blessings. So without struggles, there will be no blessings, because God's blessings doesn't come just or it rain like upon you. No, no. If God want to rain manna upon you, God first took them where? He first took them where? To a place that they were hungry. So even before you see your manna, you got to get hungry first. So the process of the blessing looks like curse. So you can be blessed and still struggle. It's part of the blessings. You understand? It's a process. Because the people who really, really inherit blessings without the process of struggle or curse, they don't know how to maintain it, because they get on the silver platter. But the people that go through the process of the struggle, they find out the true taste of the blessing because they go through a process. You understand? So it's like a mango that you don't really mango that don't really ripe on the tree. A mango that really ripe on the tree. The difference. Okay, if a rip mango from the tree when it's not due or when it's not really ripe, and you force it to be ripe, the flavor, the nutrients, the whatever is inside is not the same as mango that have stayed on the tree, matured, go through the process, and get ripe. So that's the way it is. But the process is not cool. So far as you are going through the process, it might look like, oh my God, I'm not blessed. But guess what? It's a process. Keep keep fighting. Keep on believing God. Keep on doing what you're doing. Because the process might be like, oh, it's too far. But don't rush the time. Don't rush the get up, don't rush the time. Just look at the time. Just focus on the time. Just believe on the time. So there's a time for the struggle. So it looks like curse, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for. I know that the blessing and the curse, the difference is very tiny. So our cross is a matter of time. When you see that picture, that oh my God, what is the blessing? If I'm blessed, why am I going through that? Guess what? It's the process. The process is not sweet like the products. Put it on mind. The process is not sweet like the products. The process sometimes is very spicy. Sometimes it's very hard. It can even break your teeth. But guess what? When you work on the process, the product will be very sweet. So you can be blessed. But the things that you go through, you might term it as curse because opposite of blessing is curse. But trust me, it's a process. It's not that God have not seen your struggle, uh, but it's a matter of time, and God works on time, and God know why He allow you to go through that process that look like curse, so that you will not take the glory. Yeah, so that you know that it's not your strength. You understand? Because if everything start good in the beginning, you might think if it's your effort, you might think it's your intelligence, you might think, oh, it's like your way out. But God let you go through the process like Joseph. Eh? That everybody thought, oh man, how can you come out from jail to become a president? I believe that when he was in jail, he thought he was cursed, but he was blessed, but still going through curse. Like Jacob, he was blessed, but still going through the process of curse. Like Jesus, the real example that he was hung on the cross, whereby according to the Jewish law, curse be to man that is hung on the cross. So he was even rather cursed before he was blessed. So the process of the blessing, you experience the curse. So you can be blessed and still go through the process of curse. But keep the fight. Keep the process. Keep the process. Now, but if we don't know how to differentiate the process, which is you might take me like a curse, you must you might lose focus, you might give up because it's going to be what is going on. If the prophecy is true, if I'm blessed, why am I struggling? Why am I on the street? Why am I going through all this rejection? Why am I going through all this sophistication life? Yo, it's a matter of time. Just give God the time to process and work on you. Because the more the process, the more final the product. I'm telling you. The more God works on you, deal with you, work on you, the more the blessing is gonna be. But because we are women, when we are going through the process, we might think we are cursed. Oh, yes, of course. Because what I'm going through now is not what I dreamt. Yes, of course. What I'm seeing now is not what the man of God told me. What I'm going through now is not what the prophecy came through. If God is on my side, if I bless, why am I going through all these sophisticated, all this hell, all these trials, all these ups and downs? It's a process. The process look like curse, but guess what? It's a blessing. They will see. Those who saw the curse, they will see the blessing. Oh yes, that's why even the Bible says, "Weeping may endure, but for night, but joy is on the way coming." There will be a day you trace for the curse. You'll see it. Let be like Joseph, that they will rip off the coach. But when they rip off that coach, there's an inner coach which God put in you. That one they cannot rip it off. Be like Jacob. You can lose your walk and you started walking like disabled, but you won't look you're walking to your throne. Be like Jesus. They can hang you on the cross, but when you get up, you shall sit at the right side of the Father, and you shall be enthroned. So the process look curse, but between the curse and the blessing, it's very tiny, it's very microscopic. Very soon you cross the river, and across the bridge there'll be no sorrow. So keep fighting, keep believing God. I don't know what you are going through, but this podcast, I want to encourage you that you can be a blessed, but still go through the curse. But that curse is a process. But if you keep fighting, if you keep on focusing, keep on battling, you win the battle. And them that said you are cursed, they'll come back and say, "Oh, yes, we are very sorry. Now we know you are blessed." So, just a matter of time, allow yourself for the process. And I want you to write your comment under this podcast. I'm praying for you that you understand it. And I'm believing God for you that you get energy, stamina, heart, strength to stand for the process that look like curse. But trust me, you are blessed. So let them see the curse and you allow for the process. They will see the blessing. Love this podcast and share to your loved one. I'll come back to you again.